now. I got unfinished business to take care of.
I'm not giving up hope.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another The Shy video if you're new. Make sure y'all leave your theories, comments, everything down below in the comment section. If you're a fan of The Shy, if you love The Shy, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you can always see when I'm dropping some content so you never miss any of The Shy news. Now, this is going to be the recap for The Shy, Season 3, Episode 7, and the episode title was A Stain. Now, this was a solid ass episode, man. This was the best episode so far of the season. You know, I already did my thoughts video for this episode, but this is the recap. I'm not gonna hold y'all up anymore. Let's just get right into it. The episode starts off with Ronnie. He's giving a toast for his grandmother, Miss Ethel. He has a drink at a memorial for her. Jada shows up. She tells him that she's there because, you know, she always liked Miss Ethel. She wasn't just a patient, she was a friend. And then she goes on to tell him that he shouldn't be drinking because he has a drinking problem. And Ronnie's just like, but, you know, a lot of people drink. It's just what people do. And she's like, but you have a drinking problem. Like, you shouldn't be doing it. And Ronnie said, you know, that's why Miss Ethel liked you, because you always told people what it was, even if they didn't want to hear it. He apologized to her for last time they were together. He was like, I'm sorry for when we were together or whatever. And she was like, look, Ronnie, we were never together. And he's like, I mean, the last time I saw you or whatever, because he showed up to her house drunk. And after they ended up talking, she wished him the best and then she left. Next, we get to Dom and Emmett. They begin the process of taking over Sonny's for themselves, which I think is total BS. You know, this is just grimy. Emmett brings his son with him and Dom is not impressed. She's like, why would you bring your son with you? Now, the meeting is with Sonny's property manager and his name is Zeke. The two were hoping to get Sonny evicted. They promised the guy that he would get more clients, but this dude would not budge. He was like, what, you don't like Sonny? I've been growing up on Sonny's chicken. And Emmett even said like, no, we like Sonny. I look at him like an uncle, you know. He looked out for me, he gave me money when I didn't have money or whatever, but he ain't doing things right. And we can pay you and he can't. So this dude literally went behind Sonny's back and he tried to do things his own way and tried to suck up to Zeke so he could take over Sonny's, but it didn't work, man. Zeke was just like, no, I can't evict Sonny. I don't want that on my conscience. Now we get to Douda and Rose sitting at the table in the dining room. They're about to eat breakfast and Jake comes down the stairs and Douda's saying to Jake and Rose, I need you guys to dress presentable. I need you guys to wear your Sunday's best, you know, when we go to this event. And Jake is pretty much just like, look, I'm not a prop. And Douda's like, who do you think you're talking to? And Jake's like, you know what, hit me, go ahead and hit me. That's not gonna look good for you, for your campaign, if I go in there with a black eye. And then Douda just kind of pulls back and he stares at Jake, but he's probably thinking like, damn, why is Jake so different? But we all know why, because Jake thinks that he killed Reg, because Trig told Jake that Douda killed Reg. Now Nina is going through Keisha's things. She tells Dre she can't do it, she can't handle it. Dre tells her like, look, this is not giving up on Keisha, and Nina says that it feels like it is. So Dre says that the room is haunting Nina, and Nina tells Dre that she has given up hope, so she walks out of the room. Now we get to Kevin and Jake. They're at school, and Kevin keeps staring at Gemma, and Jake tells him to let her go. He's like, man, Gemma had you out here looking stupid. She told all these people your business and everything. She put your business in the streets. Now, I just think Jake likes Gemma himself, because why is he so worried about it? I don't know, man. It just seems like he might like Gemma himself. Now, next, Jada arrives home with Tomas. She gets there early and finds a mess in the house. And she's annoyed, man, because she was trying to get it in with Tomas. You know, they were kissing in the hall. They were about to work their way in the house and start smashing. Tomas was about to clap Jada's cheeks. You know, like she got her cheeks clapped by Suede. And I think episode 3 or 4 or whatever episode it was, she just wanted her cheeks clapped again. Now, Emmett and Tiffany, they had the apartment a total mess. Tomas was looking like, damn, really? So Jada goes out of the apartment with Tomas, he tells her like, look, your son is taking advantage of you, and he said, I wish you would put yourself first sometimes. Now, Tomas did have a point, you know, she needs to quit doing things for Emmett as much as she does because Emmett doesn't appreciate it enough. I feel like he'd be trying to walk all over Jada, but it really wasn't Tomas's place to be saying all this. You know, he hasn't been dating Jada that long to be putting his 2 cents in like that. So he did have a point, but I feel like he didn't have a say-so in this situation. Now after he leaves, Jada goes off on Tiffany and Emmett and says they need to clean up since they are staying there rent-free. She's like, that's the least you can do is clean up. Now Emmett tells his mom that they need to stay a little bit longer because he lost his job and it's a long story. And now he wants to stay till the end of the year. Remember when he said a few months or whatever? Now it's till the end of the year. Man, Emmett's always messing up, man. And he messed up later in this episode and we're going to talk about it, best believe. Now, Ronnie is back in the bar. He chooses to have a cup of coffee and he says he's going to be sober. His friends are there, the 2 guys he always hangs out with. He tells them that their friendship is the light in his dark. You know, these dudes are always there for him. I feel like these dudes are really his true friends. His 2 friends are getting ready to go to Springfield or something for a job. You know, they're trying to go make some money, so they ask Ronnie if he wants to go with them. And he's like, no, I can't go. I still got unfinished business here. And we know exactly what that is. He has to try to find Keisha. So next we see Keisha. Her captor leaves the bed. You know, this dude's half naked. He's in his drawers and everything. It looks like he's been raping her. And at this point, I'm just completely disgusted. Seriously, I'm just disgusted. He gets up. He locks up the door. You know, he has like 3 padlocks on the door. Keisha jumps out of the bed and gets dressed. She puts her track uniform on. She goes over to a chair, breaks off a leg on a chair and gets back on the bed. She hides it behind her back. Now, her captor comes back with food, like some breakfast food for her. She attacks him with the wooden leg. He overtakes her and almost punches her in the face, but stops. He's like, look, if you do something like that one more time, I'm not going to be so friendly next time. He said, I won't be so forgiving. Now next, Papa brings Maisha flowers. She tells him that her mom lost her job, so she has to babysit. She can't go to school. And if you guys remember in season 2, this was the same thing with Maisha. She was going through the same thing. She couldn't go to school because she was dealing with problems with her mom and everything like that. Now he asked her if there's anything he can do, and of course she says no. Now Rose is trimming Douda's beard, and she's just like, look, you need to tell me everything that went down so I can help you or whatever. And she's like, if Jake finds out you killed his brother, you might be waking up with a knife to your throat. Now Dre tells Nina it's time. She needs to pack up Keisha's things, and she says they can't do this forever. Nina is upset and says she doesn't understand why she is pushing her. Dre's just like, look, it's been 2 months. We need to start the grieving process. Nina tells her to get out of the house. Nina takes off her wedding ring and gives it to Dre, along with the wedding photo, and she even puts the little strap on and the dildo in the bag and tells her to get the hell out. She's like, get out of my house. And to be honest, I can't even blame her. Like, why is she trying to get Nina to throw out Keisha's stuff so bad? Like, this is exactly why people think Dre's involved in things. I don't think so, but like, why is Dre doing this? You know, if Nina wants to take a year or 2 years to have Keisha's stuff in there or the rest of her life, that's up to her. This is her daughter, not Dre's. So Dre had no right, in my opinion, to do this. That kind of really made me mad, and I feel like it made a lot of people mad in this certain scene. Now Keisha's in this room in the basement. Her captor has removed everything except the bed and sheets. Keisha rips the sheets and makes a noose out of it, and at this point it just seems like she just gives up, man. She is tired of this. She had enough and she just wants to get out of this life. You know, she wants to kill herself, and this is just really sad, man. She feels like she can't escape and there's nothing else that she can do, and this just had me really emotional, man. Like, damn, it's really like that for Keisha. Like, man, Ronnie, get your ass to this house and save her. Like, man, that's what I was thinking at this part. Now Gemma tries to talk to Kevin. She tells him it's been 2 days already and he hasn't spoke to her. She whispers in his ear to come over to her house. Once they're there, they sit on the bed. His shirt is open. She unbuttons her shirt. He tells her, like, look, I don't want to do anything you don't want to do. And she's like, you got my consent. So her father, Marcus, arrives home. He goes to Gemma's room and finds the two of them dressed, but Kevin's sitting on the bed pretending to read a book, but he has the book upside down. Amateur mistake. Like, really, Kevin? He has the book upside down and he has the wrong book. Now, Marcus asked Kevin to have a talk with him and to come with him, and I'm just like, damn, Kevin's about to get it. I'm actually happy it didn't show the two of them smashing, because these are some little ass kids and I just wouldn't feel comfortable watching these two smash. Now, Papa tries to take money from the church. His father catches him and Papa explains that the money is to help Maisha's family. The pastor isn't having it at first. He's like, go get my switch. And then Papa explains to him exactly what's going on. And he's like, look, you have a good heart. I have everything I need. This money doesn't need to go to me. It needs to go to Maisha. He explains that Maisha's mom lost her job. And then the pastor finally agrees to give the money to Maisha. Now, Ronnie is still looking for Keisha. He speaks to a woman and she tells him that her neighbor across the street named Omari is a little touched. Ronnie asks about his wife because, if you guys remember, Omari told Ronnie when Ronnie first came to his house to use the bathroom that he had a wife. And the woman tells Ronnie that he doesn't have no wife. So Ronnie instantly right there got suspicious once again. That was all he needed to go over there and look once again for Keisha. Now, Ronnie goes in the backyard. He finds a metal tool outside, like a crowbar, and he breaks into the kidnapper's home. He calls out Keisha's name. Eventually Keisha hears Ronnie when he starts going down the steps, but Omari comes home and finds the back door open. Ronnie breaks into the room. Omari attacks him. Keisha jumps on Omari. Ronnie's not giving up. He's trying to get up and everything, but neither does Keisha. She ain't giving up either. She picks up the crowbar and beats Omari until he can no longer move. She beat the hell out of this man, and I really hope this dude's dead. I really do. It looks like she beat him to death. And then when she was running out of the house, she ran outside. She had blood on her cheek. So he definitely has to be dead. And if not, he's badly injured. But when she goes outside, we hear sirens. Now, Ronnie is put into an ambulance and Keisha is put into another one. Now, Gemma's father and Kevin are in his little study together. He asked Kevin straight up if he was trying to have sex with his daughter. And then Kevin gets a text. He says he has to go, and it was just in time too, man. He was saved by the bell because Gemma's dad was about to beat his ass. But then Kevin runs out the house. He runs all the way to the hospital. Nina is there. He hugs her. They don't know any answers yet. The doctor is looking at Keisha, and they're gonna hear from the doctor as soon as they can. Now, Keisha is in her hospital bed when Nina and Kevin and Dre enter the room. Nina asks if Keisha is okay, if she needs anything. Keisha is just crying. Nina tells her that she doesn't have to talk about anything to anyone until she is ready. She is just happy to have her there in her arms. Nina hugs her. Kevin goes besides Keisha and gets close to her, and Dre gets close too. The whole family is reunited again, and this right here was a beautiful moment, man. This was what I really loved to see in this episode. This was the highlight of the episode. I really loved this moment, and like I said, man, this was the best moment of this episode. Well, the best moment was actually when Keisha got found by Ronnie, but this right here is another beautiful moment, man. I really love this moment. The whole family is back together, and I just loved seeing it. Even if Keisha couldn't talk to anyone, it was just so good seeing them all back together. Now, Camille and Douda are at a party that's hosted by Gemma's father. They're talking to Marcus, who says that he sees some of himself in Douda, and he donates to Douda's campaign. He's like, we can't have two black candidates for mayor, so one of y'all are gonna have to drop out. Camille won't drop out of the race, and neither will Douda. But Marcus says that Douda has his vote, and I feel like he was kind of being sexist in this situation. He could have picked Camille if he really wanted to, but it is what it is, because Camille said she's gonna keep doing what she does, and she's not gonna give up. She's probably still gonna do something with politics around the community. You never know, she might end up winning for mayor anyways. We don't know if she completely dropped out, but I thought this part was pretty cool, seeing Douda and Camille go at it face to face, because we never seen them in the same room before, so I like this scene. Now we get to Zeke. He goes to see Emmett and Dom in the back room. They're in the kitchen. I guess they catered for like the party for Gemma's dad, for Douda and Camille or whatever. They were back there making the food. and Zeke came in and said they did an excellent job and the food was on point. So he tells them that, you know, he'll let them run Sonny's for a couple months, and he may let them do it long term if they're successful. He just wants to see consistency and see if they can keep it open and have customers come in, and if they can do that, then he'll rent the building out to them permanently. So, you know, Emmett and Dom are happy. They start hugging, and then it turns into more, and they start kissing, and you know what happens from here, man. They start smashing. You know, Emmett pulled away for a second, and then he just couldn't resist himself. Like, Emmett, damn, man. Emmett, I just thought you was starting to do good with certain things, man, and you start messing up again, man. I guess the psychic isn't crazy after all. I guess whatever she said was right, because Tiffany's pussy was not enough for you. And obviously the psychic seen exactly who you were, Emmett. Damn, man, I had hope for your ass, but you messed up again. Now, Papa and his father drop by Maisha's house and give her mom an envelope filled with cash. She doesn't want to take the money, but the pastor tells her that it was raised for her, and he's like, look, all people struggle and some people need help sometimes. He tells her that, you know, it's life and we all need help from time to time, so they end up leaving the envelope with her. You know, she glances in the envelope like a couple times, and it looks like she's shocked at how much money's actually in there. So, you know, it probably made her day. You know, she didn't want to take it at first, but you got to put that pride to the side and just let the pastor help you. But I thought that was a beautiful moment too in the episode, because Papa really cares about Maisha. He really does, and he's doing whatever he can to take care of his girl, and I love to see that, man. A lot of dudes in this generation need to be like Papa. Now, Douda tells Jake that he's not the reason that his brother Reg is dead. He said he caused it on his own. He stopped taking orders and everything, and he can't save everyone. So Jake asked him, why are you saving me then? And Douda tells him, like, because I see something in you, and you can be the mayor of Chicago one day and everything like that. And Jake is like, but you ain't the mayor yet. So Douda went and explained himself to Jake, but I still think Jake feels some type of way about Douda's involvement in Reg's death. And I think we might see that come into play in future episodes. You know, Jake might do something about it. Now, Dre meets up with the doctor in the hallway, who tells her to watch out for signs of suicide with Keisha. And the doctor tells her that her STD results will be ready in a few hours. Now, Dre returns to the room. Nina is in the bed sleeping with Keisha, and Dre pulls the blanket over them, and she just sits there and starts crying. And we also find out that Dre was a guidance counselor in her past. I don't know if she still is or what, but we find out that she used to work with kids or whatever. And then this last part I thought was pretty cool, because we see Kevin go into Ronnie's room and he says thank you. He couldn't say anything except thank you. And I thought that was pretty cool, man, because he is so grateful that Ronnie saved his sister. If you guys remember in season 1, Kevin was so little and he shot Ronnie. And you know, he witnessed Ronnie shooting Coogie, so he just never liked Ronnie. So that was a big step for Kevin to go in the room and tell him thank you. But yeah, man, that was the entire episode, the recap. I had to go through it with y'all step by step. I thought it was the best episode so far of the season. You know, it was a solid episode. I'm so happy Keisha's home. You know, we were saying free Keisha the entire season, but now she's free. But now she's gonna be going through a lot of things after the rescue. You know, she might be thinking about suicide. She's just gonna be going through it. And I'm gonna really feel bad for Keisha in the last 3 episodes. I just hope she's gonna be alright. You know, I hope she can go back to school in the future. I hope her being taken by this sicko doesn't mess her up too bad. But I have a feeling she's not gonna be the same. But yeah, this was a solid episode. I'm glad Keisha finally got found. Comment what you thought about this episode down below in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Just comment everything about this episode down below and let me know what you thought. I'll be continuing to bring you guys more of the Shy content in the future. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I got links in the description to do so. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. It's your boy Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.